Hello everyone. Thanks for joining today. Thank you Product School for giving me opportunity to present. My name is Sumit Savla and I'm product manager at PayPal. Little bit about my background. I have done my bachelor's and master's in computer science. I worked as a software developer at BlackBerry for a couple of years. Then I joined PayPal and worked as a mobile web application developer for a few years. After that, I decided to move to product management, and since then I am working as a product manager for PayPal Identity. I am leading login and security experiences for all the PayPal mobile apps. Also, I am leading passwordless charter at PayPal, where our goal is to eliminate passwords. Let's dive into the topic today. Today, I'm going to share how we can excel in our job. As a product managers, we are responsible for defining product vision, product roadmap, and communicating what we need to build. Our goal is to ensure that we make good use of company's resources. However, we all get so busy with product execution work and spend lots of time in meetings, escalations, and as a result, we are not able to spend good amount of time on defining our product roadmap and get the alignment from our stakeholders. That leads to a mediocre performance and we are not able to move the needle. I realized that as we grow in our career, it's more important to focus on strategical thinking and we need to set aside a time to work on it. Today, I will cover the learnings for the three key areas for the product management, which is what to build, communicating why to build, and actual execution. So let's dive into it. Let me share how you can focus and work on product strategy. First thing we need to do before we start working on product thinking is to get back time. The things that I suggest here is blocking your calendar for this work. Make sure you block a couple of hours at a stretch and few hours a week. Also work on this when you are most productive. So if you are a morning person, work on this uh, in the morning time. Second, we need to get uninterrupted focus so that we can do this deep work. I suggest using do not disturb mode and focus modes that are available on iPhone and Android that let you focus exclusively on your work without getting phone notifications or any other disturbance. So I really recommend to use that. This is very important because once we lose track, it takes lots of time to get back into focus. Once you are ready to work, first thing you can start with is looking at your existing projects and products that are already live. You can look at the current trends, the usage, dashboards, and identify if there are any issues that customers are facing or any gaps that you can see. At the same time, you can look at your backlog and review if there are any items that are irrelevant or items that are more important given the current situation. Second thing you can do is to look at the customer feedback and reviews. For your mobile apps, you can look into the App Store reviews. You can also use this time to interview customer and get some insights. Second area to work on here is to explore new opportunities and ideas. You can start with looking at market and competitive research for your industry. You can try the products that are built by your competitors and try to understand what the purpose they are serving and what kind of experience they provide. That will help you understand the business need or in a customer need, and you can try to put into the perspective of your company and work on this. Secondly, you can be aware about emerging technology and industry trends. This is important as there are so many advancements happening in technology world. I recommend listening to podcast and news that will keep you updated. There are three podcasts that I find really helpful. First, Robinhood podcast. It covers three financial news daily, focusing on emerging economy and business world. Second, Tech Meme Ride Home provides information about updates in big tech and startups. Lastly, the Daily Crunch provides 5-minute overview of all the things happening in our industry. Once you identify some ideas via these two approach, you can work with analytics to size the business and customer opportunity. And then you can shortlist some ideas. Once you've shortlisted key product ideas and defined a roadmap, next step is to sell your product vision and strategy with your organization, your stakeholders, and pretty much everyone else that's need to know about it. It's important to sell benefits and reasons for why we are building given product to get it prioritized. In companies, the prioritization takes place in two ways. Either it is top down, meaning something that is driven by leadership, company leadership, and they provide the guidance to all the teams and provide the KPI goals. And sometimes the prioritization happens bottom up, meaning the teams put the requirement or put the strategy and that need to get prioritized across the company. One interesting tip I have here is that whenever you notice that your product is relevant to the top initiative that's driven by company and it's providing the benefits to the KPIs that are driven by leadership, you should ride the bandwagon and make good use of this opportunity to get your product prioritized and get the alignment from all the teams. These opportunities are good as your product is actually benefiting the company. At the same time, you are able to get the alignment and support that you need. For example, at PayPal, the checkout product is very critical to drive the revenue. Hence, whenever we have some product ideas that reduces user friction at login and leads to seamless checkout, we use the opportunity to connect the deliverables or our product roadmap to checkout initiative. And that really helps drive the business benefits at the same time getting collaboration from all the teams. Secondly, when you need a support from your organization to get resources, what you can do is share the customer pain points and business benefits that your product roadmap is going to provide with your leadership. Do this frequently and proactively, hence your leadership has the clear idea on the plan you have. One additional thing you can do here is to tie the benefits of the product with the strategy and the KPIs that are important for the organization. Next step will be to work with your engineering manager on sizing. This will help get idea about do we need any additional resource and also what type of resource we need. Do we need front end, back end, or mobile developers? You should help engineering build the team that you need for execution of your product ideas. One example that I want to share here is that for one of the initiative, we had very well defined roadmap, but we didn't have enough resources. What I did was to communicate the roadmap and vision with the leadership and also did the sizing to understand that we don't have a front end resources. Both these steps helped the product get funded and we ended up getting enough resources to support us. Lastly, for most of the product deliverables, you need support from other stakeholders and cross functional teams. In fact, sometimes they are the core dependency for your product to launch. In that cases, we need to work on to get the buy-in and alignment from the stakeholders who might belong to our different organizations and teams. Again, we should continue to share our vision and sell the benefits. This time, we should more focus on the common goals and the business benefits that drive the KPIs for the other organization. In addition, we should present our vision and strategy to our joint leadership meetings or the company level meetings. Those are good to get the traction, and via those meetings, the company execs can actually pass message to all the teams, and that substantially makes it easy to get an alignment. I have an example to share here as well. For one of the product, we were very heavily dependent on one team, and we did both the steps. We sized the opportunity and got the idea about the benefits that company and other products will receive from this uh, product. In addition, we tied it to the common goal for both the organization, which was getting user engagement. Lastly, we used joint leadership meetings and also the issues that were brought up by other leaders in the company, highlighting that our customers are also facing similar issues and we should solve the problem. So these are some ways to get your product prioritized and funded. Finally, there comes the execution phase. I will share few key pointers here that are very helpful. First thing I want to highlight is that documentation is very critical for a cross-functional or cross-org projects. You should document the requirements, FAQ, and launch plan in detail and get it reviewed and finalized between all the teams and different cross-functional areas such as marketing, sales, customer service, legal. This document will serve as a source of truth. I noticed that once you document properly, it will reduce the number of meetings and confusions that might arise. Hence, I personally found it very important to document. Secondly, as the development begins, we should continuously share the progress updates with everyone, both to our leadership and also to the other leaderships that are part of this project. Before launch, our update should focus on the status, the key risk and blockers that are identified, also action items for the individuals and the teams. You should get a help from program manager to draft this status report. I found this status report to be very helpful when you execute on a product launch. Post launch, you should share update about the product adoption and any issues that are identified. In addition, you should talk about the impact and positive benefits that product is bringing up. This is a good way to appreciate all the hard work that everyone has put and celebrate the wins together. One last thing I want to highlight here is while you are working on the product execution, don't focus too much on the day to day delivery. You should focus on about two items and let engineering manager, developer leads, and program manager help you drive the delivery. In fact, they will also like it when you focus on other areas which where they need help. In summary, to become a successful product manager and to excel, you need to be proactive. You need to proactive to spend time and put a dedicated focus to define a vision and roadmap. That's first and very important step. Second, you should communicate and share your roadmap and vision frequently to everyone. That helps in getting the alignment and support. Lastly, while in the execution, focus on documenting requirements, resolving blockers, and sharing the updates. I hope that all these ideas and techniques will, I hope that all these tips and ideas will help you become an excellent product manager and help you grow in your career. Thank you and all the best.